Welcome back everyone to another video of this full playthrough, and when last we left off I was mildly annoyed about the color temperature, but it seems that unplugging and plugging things back again and in again fixed everything. So let that be a lesson for anyone who's aspires to make video content eventually, that the unplugging and plugging things in again sometimes it's the best solution. Let's go. Well, this, I'm sure Sephiroth is a calm and reasonable person.
Excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer, a life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova. MEGL 77-1977. Genova, verified as an ancient. MEGL 913-1977. Genova project approved. So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Hey, Sephiroth. What you got there?
Nothing good.
Leave me be.
And that was it. He stayed holed up in the basement. Reading, like a man possessed.
Not specifically related to anything, I guess, but is it too much to ask for a Dirge of Cerberus remake?
A locked reactor door. The name of Sephiroth's mother. And ancients. Screw it. Racking my brain's not gonna get me anywhere. Might as well just ask the guy.
Cloud's not too bright, I suppose. Oh, a little bit of texture popping. We'll see that throughout this game.
Ah, Cloud. I've come across the most fascinating passage. The specimen found in strata dating back 2,000 years smiled with what could only be described as ethereal grace. Though the truth eluded me at first, I later determined that she was an ancient, or a steward of the planet, as they are referred to in legend. She needed a name, and so I dubbed her Genova. The Genova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients. An initiative that resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation. The crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
Oh, we might get
Created you?
microphone feedback. Sorry if that's the case. At that moment, a decision was made.
I should go. Mother is waiting.
Hey! Hey, hold on!
Personal space cloud.
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner? If I had, maybe I could have saved the village.
Doubtful.
Or tried, at least. What?
Alright. Time for s'mores.
Hey, you! Get in there! The villagers need your help!
Yes, sir.
Watch out!
Something I don't feel like really, like, I mean, you can use your imagination, and as a kid, you...
I'm sorry! He's gone!
I mean, your imagination filled in the blanks in the original FF7, but I like this more fleshed out, the tragedy here of what happened.
Is it true? Sephiroth did this?
Oh, it was him, all right. And he's still here. So keep your eyes peeled.
God.
Not...
Your head straight.
No.
I need you to secure the way out.
Don't.
Yes, sir!
No, take anyone who's still alive and run.
Why would he?
This is not a moment for heroics. Anyone who's dead at this point is just dead. Anyone who faces this guy at this point, you don't stand a chance.
Hold on, Mom. I'm coming.
Slow, arduous walk. Maybe if you put the big sword down, it would be easier to get over there, but there's a case for hanging on to the big sword. We're having a rough go at it, aren't we?
Please. Please be okay. Sephiroth. Mom.
This guy seems to be trying to get there too.
Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
Hey! Hey! Hang in there! You're gonna be okay! Don't worry. I got you. Come on, let's get you up.
Yep. Nobody stood a chance here. Not as painful of a crawl as Metal Gear Solid 4, but also pretty hurt, you know, pretty hard.
There he is! Sephiroth! Stop! You sick son of a bitch! That's far enough! Drop the sword!
Oh, you just want to get there in time and save these guys. It's actually incredibly dangerous to fight anyone with a close-range weapon with a gun. Like, the distance is quite small because they can charge you. They can get you real quick. I'm not entirely sure what these guys were hoping, but it doesn't seem to be going well. You can just tell he enjoyed doing that.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Sephiroth!
I followed Sephiroth all the way back to the reactor.
Dad and I had gone there to hide. When Sephiroth showed up, Dad decided that he was going to confront him. Dad! It was Sephiroth, wasn't it? He did this, didn't he? Sephiroth. Soldiers. Mako. Shinra. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this!
So much tragedy.
Mother, I have come for you. Now open the way for me.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
That scar is willfully ignored by a lot of people.
You promised you'd save me if I was ever trapped or in trouble.
Here I am, your son. Mother, together we will reclaim our world, and I know exactly how we can do that. The Promised Land.
Sephiroth!
Mother, they have come again. The ones who robbed you of the planet. Your planet. But there's no need to be sad, Mother. Because I'm here for you. Now and forever.
There she is.
You killed my mom. You killed Tifa. My village. My home.
They were mine by right. This planet too, for I have been chosen.
I believed in you. No. Not you! Whoever the hell you are!
Slight epilepsy warning for anyone with that. You might want to look away for a bit. You know, just in case, but hard to talk in that moment. Those moments, it's just so powerful, even to this day.
And that's the last thing I remember. The rest is a blank.
The hell it is? What happened?
It was all over the news. I remember watching it with my mom. They said he went missing during a training exercise. But then, the story changed. A couple days later, they started reporting that he was killed in action. Yeah, that was it.
The news outlets are nothing but Shinra mouthpieces spewing propaganda. Only dumbasses believe that shit.
Question. Does that make me a dumbass?
Yes.
I didn't say that. What I meant was, screw Shinra for manipulating honest folks.
Nice recovery.
It doesn't matter what they said back then. Sephiroth was in Midgar. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
Don't know about alive so much as around?
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Because he wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Jenova at his side.
After 5 years? Not to sound like a broken record, but really bothering me?
Well, what's bothering me is all this Genova stuff.
Excuse me. Guess the travel or something really did a number on my back. Feels as stiff as a board.
Let me take a look. Wow. You weren't kidding, were you? Let's get you back to the room.
Yeah, let's just call it a night. No amount of guesswork will get us any closer to the truth, so how about we give our heads a rest? Oh, no, you don't. That bed's...
Is.
Sweet dreams.
See you tomorrow.
Nanaki gets the bed. He's the coolest.
Hey, Aerith? You awake?
Barely. Why?
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Just had a feeling you'd know.
Probably did at one point. All that stuff was taken from me, though. Or maybe erased?
By whispers?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Why what?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
Props to Barrett for sleeping in a sitting position. I cannot do that.
Cloud, you up?
Yeah, take your sword with you. So, for really quickly, again, through this playthrough, discussion of things that happen in Rebirth are only as they actually happen. But discussion for the original Final Fantasy VII is fair game, as far as I'm concerned. The original Final Fantasy VII, in the story, basically happens similar up to this point from what we've seen in Rebirth, with the difference being about the Whispers. The Whispers are these weird little ghost creatures that kind of manifest and make sure that destiny happens, sort of thing. We defeated them, and Aerith in the previous game, towards the end of the game, had a little bit of omnipotent knowledge, but it was kind of erased there. So she's not too sure. But Tifa, saying that thing about Cloud not being there 5 years ago, yeah, that's pretty much true. So it's a bit of a mystery as to who Cloud is and whether his psyche is maybe the best, or even if this is the real Cloud, which was kind of a thing also in FF7 too, but I think it's played up better in this game.
Sorry, did I wake you?
Nope.
Nope. What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. There's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great, but not here. Follow me.
Two bunnies? The mountains. And some smooth jazz, and
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
something going on there. Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about what's going on in a bit, but look at that starry sky. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. All right. Onwards and upwards. Also calm, just beautiful. Just saying, between that and the Shinra Mansion, Dirge of Cerberus Remake 1. And you can see Midgar there in the off distance, which is cool.
Do you think Midgar's over there?
You can kind of see it.
Anyway.
There's something I need to ask you too.
Shoot.
That night, 5 years ago, at the reactor, I saw you lying there. Saw your wound and all the blood. I figured it was too late.
Yeah? Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter? Can't believe I'm having this conversation with you, but here we are. Here, look. My scar. That proof enough? After you left, Zangan found me. He's the one who brought me to the clinic. He risked his life carrying me out of the reactor and down the river. Wasn't just him though. There's the doctor who operated on me all night, and the nurses who looked after me for days on end. I'm here now because they were there for me then. And where were you again? In fact, where have you been this whole time? For 5 years.
You know I can't tell you that.
Of course you can't. Sorry, I just need some space.
Tifa truly does care about Cloud, but she's very, very defensive, and for her perspective, she's right. She doesn't remember Cloud being there. Cloud does have memories of stuff that happened to Tifa in there, and it makes for an awkward situation between these two, because something is amiss. The story pieces don't add up from both accounts. And I'm not going to explain it more than that for now. But there is an answer, and we will get there. As I almost choke on nothing. Good job.
I thought we could just pick up where we left off, like nothing had changed. But I guess I was wrong.
Guess so.
I was so happy to see you again, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
Really striking out tonight, Cloud.
You two fight.
Yeah.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
Night.
Tomorrow is another day.
Yes, yes, it is. Chances for fresh starts, new beginnings, and tons of happiness and adventures, obviously. Good fire, still going, even into the morning. Must be those eternal logs. I don't know, maybe they're magic infused or life stream infused. No clue.
What's this?
Oh, just the...
From our humble establishment. Though it may not look like much, it should help you to break the ice with those you meet.
Queen's blood?
Oh, just one of the best card games in a Final Fantasy since Triple Triad. And yes, I do mean that. And one of the best mini games in a Final Fantasy since Triple Triad. No, I'm already an expert. Dead serious. I have my original playthrough. I have done a lot of Queen's Blood. It is very addicting. We will be doing a bunch of this in playthrough to trying to get full collection of cards. Just really quickly here, bear with Umbra for 1 second. I have a little bit of annoyance here that just won't go away. I'm going to do some manual on the fly style. And if I do that, and I do not quite that much, you... doesn't quite match my monitor, but my monitor is very, very nice. Really, really, really trying to get the just it to match that because it's driving me crazy. No. Sorry. Bring this down a bit. Okay, I'm generally happier with that. I'll see what people comment, but it doesn't have that tinge that it's been having for the few videos. That we'll just call that tinge flashback tinge for simplicity's sake. It's this weird thing where when I'm doing these videos,
after a briefing with Shinra investigators, Mayor Domino released a statement declaring the tornado to be, quote, weather warfare, perpetrated by the infamous insurgent group known as Avalanche.
those drive me a little crazy when I can't get it quite the way I want.
Investigations into the matter.
Alright, we'll see if that makes everything worse. I might have just screwed everything up, but at least the flashback tinge is kind of gone.
Good morning, sir.
Hello,
I must apologize for not introducing
Mr.
myself to you.
Broden.
I'm Broden, the owner of this inn.
Sweet
Your
name.
companions have all stepped out. Oh, but Barrett left a message he wanted me to pass along to you. You missed roll call, soldier boy. Luckily, you're on leave for the day. Don't waste it, though. Get your equipment checked ASAP. Sound advice?
Boy.
Perhaps a trip to the arms dealer is in order?
It probably is.
By the way, Cloud, do you have any folios on you?
Yeah.
In that case, you might also want to pay a visit to Magnata Books. They have stores all over, but the first official one was built here in Calm. And
Interesting.
their resident scholars are remarkably talented.
You
If you
know,
want to unlock the true potential of your folios, you should go see them. The first customization is always free.
and that's how they get you. I'm something of a scholar myself. Alright, out. Welcome to Calm.
Rough day yesterday, huh? You've been waiting for me?
I've been waiting for a chance to thank you properly. Without your help, I'd still be in Hojo's clutches, trapped in that lab.
Was nothing.
Even so, I owe you a debt. Until it's paid, I'm going to accompany you.
Yay! Red 13.
Oh, if you're getting your equipment checked, have them check mine while you're at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Immediately, sir.
It's got a backbone.
The beginning of an RPG, always a fantastic time with no money, and yes, we need lots of that. Alright. No, calm is a very nice place. It's very calm. Got lots of places to go around and look. Let's start going and find those damn people with all those cardy things that we want to play against. Cute.
How much is this one here? Welcome. Damn. That is quite the weapon you got there, mister.
Yep.
Seen plenty of action by the look of it.
Yep.
But saying that, it's still only a shadow of what it could be. With a little love, that baby'll sing. If you like, I could show you.
Why not? So yeah, weapon upgrading in this game is slightly different from the previous game. The previous game, I love the weapon customization in Remake because it kept weapons relevant, which was not old RPG style. Like, seriously, in the original FF7, as soon as the Buster Sword is outmatched by every other piece of equipment, chuck it away kind of thing. So, and at least that was always my style. So yeah, raising your character's weapons level will unlock more of these skills, as well as stat boosts, allowing you to customize your party to suit your playstyle. It's pretty cool. This game, it's fine. It's not my favorite.
What I tell you, that girl is singing, and she's got the voice of an angel. Just make sure you take proper
It's
care
pronounced
of her, all right?
Angel.
Oh, and while you're here, check out what we got to offer.
The voice of an Angel. What we got? Sleek Blade, which has Firebolt Blade, actually a really nice thing to get our hands on, but as you can see, we're a little short on money. Hunter's Bangle, and then we have accessories here. Revival Earrings, not remotely important right now. That Sleek Blade is just slightly out of reach.
You take care of that weapon now.
Yes, sir. With every new weapon, you get a new ability for your characters, and you have to use them in certain ways or a certain number of times so that you master the ability. But I mean, old weapons can still be quite good. It depends on what your goal and play style is, like he said, but I said it better. There's that sleek, sexy jazz. Feels good, man. Also, as you can see, we've kept the HUD display down to a minimum for this playthrough, which I'm pretty happy about. Go down here. I'm going to try and keep the exploration. As I've said, I've played this game already, so I do know a bunch about it, but been many months decompressing. Now, coming back to it, I've forgotten a fair bit. Hello, Barrett.
You up already?
Drinking already?
No, sir. Not gonna have a drop till 7th Heaven's back up and running.
First one's on me.
First one's on me, okay?
That's what I'm talking about. Gotta remember to order some top shelf stuff in that case.
So, also friendships are a thing in this game. I quite like that they are actually things in this game. So if you find characters and have conversations, certain options can improve your relationship with characters. And not only that, but on subsequent playthroughs, the game will show you what are the best options if you want, and that's a pretty neat little feature, as opposed to having to just go find a guide somewhere and for it to tell you, oh, pick this option. It's kind of nice that they just built it right into the game. Oh, here's Tifa. She kind of likes us, maybe.
Morning.
Morning.
Everyone's kind of off doing their own thing.
I noticed.
Say, does this tank remind you of anything?
The water tower. The place that I made that promise to you.
Yeah. The place I made that promise to you.
You remember the dress I wore? It was one of my favorites.
The light blue one? With a bit of green in there?
Yeah.
I think we chose right, but... Alright. I do believe in this area there are, I think, 3 Queen's Blood players? Man, not having the UI gauge at the top does make me a little bit wary. Alright.
What a glorious wall.
Die boxes!
I could gaze at it all day.
Yep. Gaze at it all day.
Excuse me. That was my barricade you just destroyed.
I know, I did a good job.
Come to admire the Bailey? It is something. Or maybe you're here to get your ass handed to you in a QB match.
If you say so.
I'm Zahira. A pleasure. Just like Calm's wall, I yield to no one, refusing to give a single inch to my opponents. Don't presume you'll emerge unscathed if you decide to go up against me.
Big talk.
Because you will wind up with more than just a few bruises.
Really big talk. Alright, so Queen's Blood. It is a collectible card trading game inside of this, but unlike Hearthstone, it's not awful. Alright, let's begin. And we'll explain it as we go. So Queen Blood has, 2 opponents. You can mulligan cards that you don't think will be quite useful for you. So you have to think strategically on your opening. Like, for instance, Queen B. I don't really like Queen B, so we'll throw it back and get a different card. And then it begins. So left side is us, right side is our opponent. There are 3 lanes, and you are trying to get the highest score in 2 lanes or possibly 1. If you can get a high enough score in 1 lane to beat your opponent's 2-lane score, you'll still win, because the total overall points at the end of the match determine the winner. It's not just number of lanes. And you can see on our left side here, we have these cards, and top left corner shows how many pawns you need to put down the card. So for instance, this card only needs 1. If we tried to play the J unit sweeper, we can't, because there's no 2 spot. Putting down this 1 card will add 1 to the front of it, and also 2 down. And we'll get to interactions with our opponents in a second. Let's just play this down. So as you can see, we have 2 power in that lane. We're winning! We're tied! Okay. So now that we have this 2 spot, we can open up more spaces and add still a bunch of power here. So let's do that. Alright, so as you can see, quite aggressive on the bottom lane. We are losing that. We are winning at the top one. So now we have an option. We could play here, we could play up here, or if we play this card here, you can see that we convert their space into one of ours. So if you play correctly, you can actually take spaces away from your opponent and make it so that they can't play anything anymore there. They would have to play a card maybe here to potentially take this spot back. But in the meantime, we make a 3 back here, we make a 1 here, and we take 1 away from them. So again, they're trying to move in on our, muscle in on our territory, so we'll take that back. Clever girl. Now, certain cards, like, for instance, this guy, the Moo card, on the reds, the yellow spaces are spaces that he will take. The red spaces that you see there will give a power-up to a card in that spot. So he can potentially make our abilities better, is what I mean to say. Let's do this. Why not? We want to bait our opponent. So now we can even play this elephant right at the front here, take that spot and make 2 3s, and our opponent's kind of just locked in. Can't really do anything, and you can see scores on the left. Ours are highlighted in the top 2 lanes because we are higher. We have more points than our opponent. It's very, very good right now. And now we are winning all 3 lanes. Our opponent does not have any moves. There later on are some cards that do certain things, like can replace cards that are already on the field, but that's super advanced. So throw down our tier 3, which has a nice ability, upping our power everywhere. And we'll just throw down this nice 4. And when both sides pass, the match is over and the points are tallied. So we won all 3 lanes, 22-0, pretty convincing. And we get a new card, a Screamer, a tier 3 with 1 power with no extra abilities. It's not a great card, even at the start of the game. It could be used theoretically to power up many spaces, though.
Impossible. How could someone break through my perfect defense? Who are you?
I am Cloud, destroyer of the box.
I knew I couldn't stay holed up in here forever. Walls can keep people safe, but even the sturdiest ones eventually crumble. Right. Starting today, you will be my new wall, as it were. And I am going to enjoy watching you crumble.
This reminds me a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game that people are way too obsessed with. There's Aerith. We're not going there quite yet. You're like me, when you get to a new area, you want to play that Queen's Blood.
Behold the towering wall that I have built. The future of Calm is bright indeed. No, that won't do it all.
No, it won't. I spy a treasure chest. Also, shoutouts to the fact that you can just jump in the water. I like the mobility in this game. Can interact with a lot of stuff, and that's a headband. Look at this little, we got some vines there, but we got this little theater.
My boy and I had a big falling out. Took a wrong turn the other day.
I am Baron Kylegate.
Oh god, he's still going on. That plant is clipping through there. Let's pretend we didn't see that. Nothing is wrong. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Ah, yes, we can do this to look at the map if we want. We do have this nice little map here. We should use it if we need to. I'm looking for red because I want to do the chatty.
I take it our equipment is in order.
What are you doing here anyway?
Standing watch. One can never be too careful with Shinra.
Good boy. That's not the option I'm picking, though.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
But it's appreciated, right? Go see the windmill. I want to see the TV. What is that? Calm. Every morning here, more enchanting than the last. Somebody spent time making that little sign to just be placed right here. Attention to detail is just so good.
Is it just me,
Or is Broden not doing so well?
I think he's gonna die.
How time almost seems to stop here.
And obviously, I mean, like, yes, it is still a video game. It does still have its limitations, but I have to say that I really, really like, oh, a lot of the attention to detail. I'm sorry I kicked that everywhere.
I want to play, but what do you want? Don't scare me like that. You don't want to play Queen's Blood, do you?
I do.
I was hoping that. Oh, what am I thinking? You look like you'd murder me.
That's the idea.
Oh, God, this is too much. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Let's
Look
go.
at that look. It's perfectly healthy for adults to cry too, you know. People call me Crybaby Ned. Because the more tears I shed, the better I get in Queen's Blood. Please play around with me.
This is the guy who would be like the final boss in this minigame, won't it? Crybaby Ned comes back and has like a god tier deck. He does have a card we want. We want that crab. Holy cow, do I want that crab. Alright. This and this we don't want to keep. Let's get rid of those. And let's play the M card game. Levercron served us well in the previous fight. Let's see how we do this time. So that's an interesting card. That one doesn't add any forward momentum. Sometimes aggressiveness pays off really well in this, and sometimes it doesn't. Got that nice 3 in the back whenever Magic Pot shows up. And we can really block him out of this, can't we? And you are hosed. So again, if he had some of those cards that can replace other cards, this might not be so one-sided, but obviously we're still very early in the game. This is just a lot of, hey, have some free wins. Where are any of my 1-drops that can make me play stronger cards? Nope, just all 2s. I mean, I'm kind of just styling on him at this point, so... $18-0. Crystalline Crab.
Oh God, I lost. But I feel a lot better after having a good cry.
Congratulations.
There's nothing like a game of Queen's Blood to relieve some stress. Speaking of, you look like you've got a lot weighing you down too.
Mind your own
It's written all over your face.
business.
Trust me, crying does wonders. You really ought to try it.
Nah, won't be any tears on this playthrough. Right? Alright, it's over this way.
Have you heard of Queen's Blood? All the kids at school are playing it.
The left?
A little birdie told me you can't get enough of that. Ooh, looky here. I'd say we got ourselves a contender. So how about it, pretty boy? You want to throw down?
Throw down a face down.
Let me introduce you to Nene, master ventriloquist. Now she ain't much of a talker, but give her a deck of cards and she'll wipe the floor with you so fast, it'll make your head spin. Ready to get your ass handed to you? Well, are ya?
This puppet's got a really bad mouth. We better beat it to death. Alright, we are going to edit our deck. We don't have really a lot of cards at this point, but time to get rid of Queen Bee for something much better. There are some really cool decks out there, and I look forward to building them in the future, once we get the cards we need. That's all. No, I didn't mean to. Oh, shit. Well, this might be really bad. I did a mulligan. I pressed the wrong button. If you make a mistake like that, you can just restart. It will basically take you right back in. It's pretty hassle-free. Unlike Final Fantasy VIII, where you have to reload the entire game, providing you're not playing with... Oh, look, there's a better hand. Alright, Leprechaun for the win. Also one of my favorite Transformers. Pushing up the center, eh? Alright. We could get locked out of this spot, so it's better to place something right in here. And here's where we'll show the crystalline crab, and while it's good, not only does it add one to the front and the back, it also adds 2 power to the one on top of it. So it's a great little powerhouse card for getting stuff done. I truly love it. Throw down that. Wait for him to make a play here, and then lock him out. Sweeper will basically shut this down next turn. Oh, see, there you go. That's what can happen sometimes. Sometimes you just get totally hosed. As you can see, that that guy really messed us up. Oh, that's the... My deck has no pathetic cards. However, oh boy. Didn't quite work out there. See, that's what can happen sometimes. Alright, we lost to the ventriloquist. Never shall I live this down. Get rid of that. Could have drawn the crystalline crab, but no. This time, I think I'm going to go for... Ooh, go for a little more aggression as we try to get a powerful 2 out there. Throw down this. Push onto the area where we can't do particularly much. A little scary. Is there a better option here? No, that way we lose too much. Might be better just to do this. Seems weird, but it is correct. We could take the far right one. We're going to try and build it up. We should have enough to win this, especially with that. He didn't play his good card this time. Where's my 3? Apparently not here. We're not going to win the bottom lane, but that's fine. Ooh. Magic Pot was at the bottom of the deck. Fearsome Foe. Sometimes you just don't draw the cards that you need. We get a Cactar.
Phew, this guy packs one hell of a punch. But hey, you can't win them all. Besides, What really matters is who are brave enough to take on a bona fide card shark like Pretty Boy here. Sometimes you gotta take the L if you're serious about upping your game. Listen, kid, you got what it takes to be a champ. I'd bet my bottom gill on it. Now why don't you show Blondie your appreciation for being such a good sport? Thank you for playing cards with me, mister.
Aw, that's her way of interacting with people. Is that Missy from Doctor Who? Nobody's gonna get that reference, I don't imagine, but... Alright, Aerith time. How you doing?
Aha, finally decided to get up?
Yep, I did.
Yeah. So what you been doing?
Why, waiting for you, of course.
You have?
Got business with the bookstore? If so, I won't keep you. But if you're free afterwards, wanna climb the clock tower together?
Sure. Let's.
Sure. Let's.
For real? Awesome! Since it was my idea, I'll go get the tickets. I'll meet you in front of the tower, okay?
I hope they're free. I don't have any money to even buy a new sword.
Judging from that outfit, the manager's really into planetology.
Hey there! Welcome to Magnata Books. Oh, I take it this is your first visit to one of our stores. Well, customization can seem tricky to the uninitiated. It takes time and experience to get it right. But I think you'll pick it up quick enough. Let's give it a try.
Okay, so basically...
And that's about all we can do for now.
Stop
But
talking.
we haven't even skimmed the surface, believe you me. There's much more to this than meets the eye.
Oh my god, it's a
May not seem
transformer.
like it yet, but you'll see.
So, folios. Not upgrading weapons. Oh, I guess we need to actually talk to him. Because I skipped the intuitive. So, basically, folios are ways to learn abilities that will help you. So, synergy abilities are things that you can learn, as well as, like, elemental abilities. And these are quite nice because in Remake, what was often a problem is that a lot of the time you'd enter a fight and you wouldn't have an elemental ability to pressure opponents' weaknesses. So this is pretty cool. I like this a lot, that you can, basically characters can almost always have this. And it just gives you a little bit more flexibility. There's also some stat boosts included in here. Like here, extra HP, which is generally pretty nice. There's Snow Flurry. You even get a little bit of a preview of some abilities that come after. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to unlock as we level up the party and, you know, find more points to do this. So here, Firework Blade is really, really nice. Cloud uses Aerith's magic to unleash a ranged attack. And here, Range Blade. Perform a ranged attack with your partner to activate in sequence a trigger of a 3-hit combo. Can use while airborne, and it shows you who the partners are. So here it works with, if you use it with Red 13, it's magical. If you use it with Barret, it's physical. So you have to think about how this is going to do. Here, this is pretty neat in that synergy abilities, we saw with Sephiroth that we got one that gave us free MP usage, and now the one with Aerith increases your limit level. So in the original FF7, there were different level of limit bursts. Level 1 was Cross Slash. Level 2, well, okay, there were a couple ones in there. But this allows you to access level 2 limit bursts and eventually level 3 limit bursts. God willing, in the next game, level 4 limit bursts, because of course it'll be there. So I'm going to choose Firework Blade because it is just so damn cool. Although this one you can activate more readily. But I'm going to choose the cool flashy ability because, yes. Alright, next up, Barret. We're going to go through a little bit faster here. We have Iron Defense and United Refocus. So United Refocus, the big thing here is temporary 3-charge ATB gauge, which is pretty good. More abilities that you can access. It isn't super important to me at the start of this game, which probably is just not optimal. Somebody out there is going to be like, well, actually, you're wrong. But I like Iron Defense more because HP and recovery is a little more limited at the start. Tifa, Leaping Strikes, which gives her a lot of flexibility with different characters. And Synchro Cyclone, which is just fun combo with Cloud. I'm going to choose the more readily accessible ability for now. Just because it's so much flexibility with different characters. And Aerith, Bodyguard, ask your partner to defend you while you move about the field, is pretty good since Aerith isn't one of the most mobile characters in, history. Divine Punishment, make an ability to use Aerith's magic to deal damage across a wide area, limit level increase. I might be underestimating that, but I think I'm going to go with Bodyguard just because if I play as Aerith, I'm constantly more worried about taking damage. Oops, and Red. Can't forget about Red. Red is such a defensive type character. I really like him having a bit more offensive capability at the start.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. Alright, date with Aerith. Let's go. Although this video is going a little bit long, since the last video was a little bit shorter, I'm going to elect that this video is just massive gigabytes of uploading.
Need something for the kids?
I don't have any kids, sir. Okay, they are doing stuff.
Cloud, over here.
I see you.
Let's get started then, shall we?
Aerith's so damn cute. Also, again, lots of different portraits all the way up here. Okay, maybe some repeated. Hey! I don't know if this game operates on Japanese rules of sides of the road or American, Canadian sides, but you always follow traffic. But again, if we just, whoop, a little bit of a graphical issue there, just pay no attention to the man behind the mask. We can see Midgar over there. I like that. That's really, really, really cool. Tad bright.
I think Midgar's this away.
Should be, yeah.
I know, I just pointed it out. Also, it's really cool, all the tubes running everywhere.
Funny, isn't it? How small it looks?
It is far away.
So, did something happen between you and Tifa?
Can I move in on this?
Don't look so shocked. We're roommates, you know.
She say something?
Not about you two, no. Still, I can tell. I would have given anything to have a friend when I was growing up. Don't take her for granted.
Well, we might have taken this place for granted because here comes Shinra. And I doubt they're looking for anybody else.
Just
Probably. Not good to turn this place into a war zone.
They're looking for us, aren't they?
I mean, either that or Sephiroth is here. Down the pole, come on. Whee! Thank you for the shortcut, devs. Oh, right, they have guns. I want to imagine that Queensbud player is still down there like, you cannot penetrate my box fort. Broden!
There isn't much time. We need to get back to the inn.
But...
Don't worry about your friends. They're safe. Trust me. No violence. Please. This town suffered enough.
Come on.
Do the right thing. And I agree with Broden. It's not a good idea to drag all of these nice people into our war. Or at least move it somewhere we don't have casualties.
So take the back way.
Hey, you. Seen anyone acting suspicious?
Not us.
I heard about the reactor bombings in Midgard. That was
Lots of helicopters that have not spotted us yet, but would be kind of neat to have a fail state. Moogle!
Not exactly. Stop. I'll keep the troopers occupied. While we're talking, you two go up and over.
Yes, sir. He's the boss. Metal Gear. Weapon to surpass Metal Gear. A weapon to surpass Sephiroth.
I think I might have. Though perhaps it was just my imagination.
Get out of here!
Wait. I know I saw some people who had a fugitive air about them.
Get out of here, birds.
Annoy someone else and stop wasting our time.
Good thing they're not too smart. Just imagine how good this game would be on a PS5 Pro. Or on a PC. I'm very much looking forward to the PC version. Also to see what the community does with, you know, enhancement mods. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm trying to get there as fast as Cloud wants to move.
That went well.
It did.
The inn's not much further.
Yay.
Stay on your toes.
I'm on them. My toes, that is. By the way, thanks for the cards. It was fun until everything went to shit.
Where are they?
Down below, waiting for you. The tunnel in the basement will take you outside of town. Leave now, and they won't catch you. Head to the east. A friend of mine runs a farm out there. He'd be happy to help you.
This guy is super nice.
Take this.
Uh-huh.
It's a transmuter. Converts raw materials into more practical items. A Republic antique, but it still works.
Neat. Synthesis.
You'll have more use out of it than me.
This guy's like, here, take my life savings too. Make sure that you Use it only responsibly in a fiscally...
Why are you doing this? Could have just turned us in.
Yeah, I could have. But this town and I have a history with Shinra. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out to be the worst decision I've ever made. So before I change my mind, you better get going.
We won't forget you, Broden. Your sacrifice and everything else. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. This guy's like, get here, take your life savings, but make sure you invest it properly. Fiscally, responsibility is important. No, I do not need that. Thank you. Basically, we collect items, we can use them to make other items, like potions and whatnot. Broden, you're awesome, dude.
You made it. All in one piece?
2 pieces, actually.
Sorry we're late.
For the love of... Where the hell have you two been?
On a date. Kind of.
Kind of.
Well, that was the last one. At least till things calm down.
No more dating.
Got that?
Yeah.
Let's move.
Red 13's like, I don't know if this pertains me, but yes, sir. I love Barrett taking a little bit charge because in the original game, he was always like, I should be the leader. And here he's just like, he's a father. So he's essentially with like, essentially kids to him, right? And he's just taking a natural like dad kind of role. Not necessarily like a good leader role, but he's acting the father at this point, and I think that's a much more natural fit for him than being like, I should be the leader.
Where to now?
Trying to be responsible. I admire that.
Looks like a job for me.
Yes, the squeeze-through corridor, my favorite thing in modern gaming. No one's gonna open this chest? Fine, I'll do it. I mean, I get it. You want the player to open that stuff, right? More fun that way. Can we read this note? Scribble, 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 scribble. No. All right. Well, beyond this door is actually the next video. So, till then, folks. Till then. Oh, we're almost there. Later.